Hello there, sir. How are you doing today?
Great, how are you?
Oh, very good. I'm Jordan, student physical therapist assistant from South University. So I'm going to be taking care of you today. I know you just were diagnosed with Guillain-Barré syndrome. Okay, so it's a neurological disorder. I'm sure I know they informed you pretty much about what it entails, but just to break it down a little bit, so your lower extremities are going through some weakness right now due to the syndrome. So basically what we have here is your right ankle we're going to be working on today. And so we're going to take a couple tests. We're going to do a range of motion test. We're going to do a manual muscle test to see how strong it is. And then we're going to do just a couple exercises. And then I'm going to give you a take-home program for you to work on at home to keep improving all those aspects. So at any point, if you feel any pain or discomfort, you just let me know. We'll go ahead and dial it back a bit. And then, yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know at any time.
Okay.
Are you okay to proceed?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yes.
great. So let's get it started. So first thing we want to do is I'm going to go ahead and get a range of motion for you. So I'm going to go ahead and have you sit up here for me. All right, good. So what we're going to do is we're going to be testing how high basically you can raise that right ankle. Okay, so on this ankle, I just want you to try to bring that foot up to the ceiling as much as you can. Okay, good. You can go ahead and relax that. Now I'm just going to go ahead and take that measurement for you. Right. Okay, you can go ahead and do that one more time for me. All right, so we have 0 degrees of right ankle dorsiflexion. Okay, so what that means is basically your ankle's having trouble getting past that 90-degree angle that your foot has in its neutral position. So we're going to work on that today. And secondly, we're going to do just a manual muscle test.
Okay.
So what I want you to do now is try to just raise that foot again all the way to the ceiling as far as you can. Okay. All right. So what we have here, since you weren't able to go through gravity, what we have is you're going to be less than a 3, because a 3 would mean you'd be able to go all the way through gravity. So what we have here is a 2 negative out of 5, a 2 minus out of 5. So we're going to be working on that today as well, try to get that strength going. All right. So now what you have, sir, or what the phase that we call your condition is, you're currently in the maximum phase, the maximum protection phase. So what that means is that we, all these exercises we're going to do and what we're going to send you home with and all that, it's going to be not too complex because it's early on in your recovery process. So everything's going to be rather easy, not pushing anything too hard. We don't want to further any injury or have any increase for falls or anything like that, okay? All right, great. So now, next thing we're going to do is I'm actually going to check your Tinetti test. All right. So it looks like on your balance portion of your Tinetti test that you were a 10 out of 16. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do the gait portion of your Tinetti test. So the Tinetti test is a balance test and a gait test. So altogether it kind of determines your risk for falls.
Okay.
And so because we want to make sure that you're able to ambulate and stand, and because you're a bank teller, so we want to make sure you're able to stand at work and walk around and not have any risk for falling. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this gait section to make sure that you're okay there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and have you stand up here. All right, so when I say go, we're just going to take a couple steps here. We're going to turn around, take a couple steps back, and we're going to have a seat here, okay?
Okay.
All right, and go. Okay. So I'm just going to be watching your feet here and how you walk. Okay. All right. Go ahead and have a seat. Okay, great. So I'm just going to read off a couple of things that I noticed here.
Okay.
Okay, so what we had was you had a step 2 pattern for both your feet. So that means that you didn't get any points for that one. You had both feet cleared the floor, which is good, so you got the points for that one. Your step symmetry, so they were not exactly equal, So you didn't get points for that one. Your path was rather straight, so you got points for that one. So in your walking time, your heels were kind of sort of touching as you were walking. Okay, so that one you get a point for. So altogether, what we have here is your total Tonetti test is a 15 out of 28, which puts you at a high risk for falls. So basically, we want to try to increase that through the coming weeks, and we're going to try to get you up into more of the 23 area, 24, to where you're at a very low risk for falls. So we're going to be doing some exercises today, and like I said, I'm going to send you home with some to try to get you to the point where you're not at such a fall risk. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get these exercises started. So the first thing I'm going to have you do, so this is a band that we're going to use to stretch out this muscle in the back of your leg here. It's called the gastroc. Okay, so what I want you to do is you can hold one end of this band. You can kind of straighten your leg out just a bit. I'm going to hook this around your foot here. Alright, and you can just slowly try to bring that foot back. And that's working on that dorsiflexion motion that we were talking about earlier as well. So we're trying to get some more range of motion going in there, and also just trying to work that overall complex here in the ankle. And you can hold that for about 20-30 seconds, and then you can just release and relax for about 10 seconds, and then try it again. And this works also if you have just like a dog leash or anything around the house that you can just hook on your foot and give it a little pull. So this is really good to stretch that out and help that range of motion. Alright, very good. Alright, so the next one we're going to do is I'm going to have you up on the table here. If you don't mind just laying on your back, about here. So this next one we're going to be doing is called ankle pumps. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to try to raise and lower those feet. Yeah, just like that. Also working that same dorsiflexion motion as well as plantar flexion, which works the front and back of your ankle. And this also prevents what we call a deep vein thrombosis, because it actually keeps circulation of blood going through your legs there, and just keeps everything moving, which is very good. So this is doing a little bit of range of motion, a little bit of muscle strengthening. All in all, some good things happening here. So I would have you do about 3 sets, about 10 reps of up and down, and then so after that, what we're going to have you do is I'm going to have you kind of come up on your side here, and this is called a TheraBand. This is the lowest one we have because we want to start low for you. I'm going to wrap this around your foot here, and hand this to you. And now what I want you to do is work that foot up and then back down, nice and slow and controlled. And so this is also working some strength in those muscles of the ankle, as well as a little range of motion as well. So all of these are working on, this is going to help your gait, your walking, as well as your overall balance, and just having strength in your lower extremity here. Okay, very good. Alright, great job. So it looked like you're able to do all that pretty well. So I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a functional skill that's going to help your overall balance. Like I said, you're bank tellers, you're on your feet for a long period of time.
Right.
So what I want you to do is just come to the side of the table, just put your hands on the table, and we're going to do some weight shifting. Okay? Alright, so what I want you to do is slowly just shift your weight forward onto that front leg, and then back. Forward. So this is working on overall balance, stability. Then you could also shift side to side. Okay, very good. Alright, great. So for the last set of exercises I'm going to show you are things that we're going to incorporate at your home exercise program.
Okay.
So I'm going to send you home with a sheet that has all these described. I showed you the ankle pumps already. We're going to go ahead and use that as part of your home exercise program. But the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to have these little marbles here. So I'm going to go ahead and just spread these out on this towel. And so this is going to be working on some intrinsics in your foot, so all those muscles in your foot that you need for gait and balance and everything else. So what I want you to do is just with your toes, try to curl it around one of the marbles and then slowly just drop it into the cup until you've got all of them in there. And this is easy to do if you're just watching TV, watching your favorite shows, or hanging out with some family or anything. You can just have these on the ground and be working on some strength in that feet, in that foot. Good. Some of those are tough.
Yeah.
All right, very good. So now you know how to do that. So I'll send you home with these marbles here. Okay, and the last thing we're going to do is we're going to work on some inversion and eversion of this foot here. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this over here. And now what I want you to do is just slide your foot to the to that side and bring the towel over. Yeah. So this is working the intrinsics of the foot as well, as you can feel by like that grasping of the towel, and also strengthening and range of motion in that foot as well. Good. And then I'll go ahead and straighten it out here. Now you're going to go ahead and bring it this way. So now you're bringing the inversion into it. Good. All right. So, and then even if you just wanted to work on the inversion, eversion, you could just slide it along the towel as well. It just gives you a little bit less of a sticky surface. It gives you a little bit easier to glide along to help work on that motion there in the ankle. Very good. Okay. All right, Brandon. So you did very well today. I was able to show you a few things. Did you have any questions for me as of right now about your condition or anything else we're going to be working on in therapy?
No, not at all. You explained everything very well. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for
Nice
coming
working
in
with you.
today. I appreciate it. And if you need anything else, please feel free to ask, and we'll see you next session.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.